What's up, everybody? Welcome to another film study. Today we're looking at Nikola Jokic, of course, of the Nuggets, one of the best big men in the game. I got my new logo and I just wanted to show what the purpose of my videos are. So I want to teach realistic, fundamental, team-focused, skill-building, winning basketball. Players see a lot of trash on the internet. I've been a college coach and I also coach high school, and so my job is to, yes, teach the skills, but not teach anything unrealistic and teach everything within a team context. I have free workouts as always, so if this is your first video that you're watching of mine, just look at the instructions here. I've got several workouts and drills I'll send you. I just want you to subscribe, comment your Instagram handle, and then I'll DM you, or you can screenshot, or you can subscribe to my channel and then send me a screenshot to @MasonWaters_. All right, so getting into the film study, the first thing we're going to be looking at is screening. This is not something that players think of, ooh, when I play, I want to be a great screener. Usually your players are thinking step backs or crazy scoring moves, but screening is winning basketball. So a couple points on good screening. So a good screen creates an offensive advantage because the cutter and the screener work together. So the screener's got to set a good screen, the positioning's got to be good, and then the cutter also has to work in unison with the screener so that they're going shoulder to shoulder. The timing is good, the spacing is good, and then the location on the court has to be good as well. Second point is, it's not a good screen if you didn't get your teammate open. Simple as that. Screening is the most underrated skill, I think, especially in high school and college basketball. It's hard to find a good screener. Number three, oftentimes if it doesn't get your teammate open, it will get you open because your defender will have to help, and we'll see that in these clips right here. So the first one right here is a ball screen, a handoff to Michael Porter Jr., and very, very simple. So on the flip right here, the basketball is just flipped so that Michael Porter Jr. can catch it right in stride. And then second, look at Jokic, look at his eyes. Right as he's flipping the ball up, he is finding the defender. He is looking for the defender. So many players just flip the basketball up and they don't look at the defender. So he looks and finds the defender, and then here he's got protection, a wide stance, and even though it's not heavy contact, Donovan Mitchell, now 45 on defense, is now behind Michael Porter Jr. So this screen, it's not about the contact, it's about creating an advantage for the offensive player. So here Michael Porter pulls up and he hits it. And two, you see Gobert. Gobert is now in help position, and we'll look at that in the next clip of how that can get the screener open. I think it's in the next clip. All right, so a down screen right here. And a short roll. So in the workout below, this is one of the moves I've added in that workout. It's very simple, just a down screen and then to spacing out into a short roll. So right here, another good screen. Well, it's an effective screen. The width and the angle of the screen is not ideal. Usually Jokic wants to have his chest facing the defense. So he's running his shoulder into him, but he kind of backs up right here to get the defender behind Murray. So right here, even though the contact is not great, Murray still has an advantage. His defender is behind him. So then Murray attacks the middle of the floor. And again, since Jokic was in good position at this point, and he makes Murray's defender lag, what happens now is Gobert is forced to help. So Gobert slides over because he's got to stop the ball handler now, which allows Jokic to space out right here for a jump shot. And two, something else a lot of screeners need to be aware of, like if you ever find yourself in this situation, if you are a small or undersized big, you don't want to roll into the paint right here if there's huge, tall defenders. If you're a shorter screener or a shorter post player, this is a perfect move because when you space out right here, you're attacking a closeout so you can drive by them, or you've just got this jump shot pretty much wide open, just like that. So this is a move that screeners, post players got to master. All right, so actually a good, one of the points I said was that great screening is between the ball handler / cutter and the screener. So right here, Murray actually does a good job because he does an inside-out dribble right there, and that freezes his defender. So now the screen is not even what created the advantage for the ball handler. It was just a good inside-out move. So now Gobert, again, is forced to help because the ball screen, and really, again, it was this inside-out dribble, but this ball screen action creates an advantage. Gobert has to slide over to help. And now you can see this window right here between Gobert and Ingles, I think, is that, you have this window to make a bounce pass right here, which Murray does. And then what I like here is watch Jokic's body. He catches the ball. Right here we can see Jokic's number 15, but he's going to turn and get his shoulder into Gobert right here so that he can use his shoulder and his body to protect the ball on the finish. So again, ball screen creates an advantage. Gobert has to help. There's that passing window right there, and then Jokic uses his shoulder to finish right there. We'll watch this one all the way through. Sorry, I'm going to back it up. We can watch this one all the way through right here. I just love this play right here. Whoops, sorry. I accidentally fast forwarded it. But anyway, he gets a drop-off pass for an assist. So players watching this, you need to be more obsessed with this type of play from Jokic than you are on any Instagram 87 dribble, step back, hop through, yada, yada, yada. It's an amazing play that coaches absolutely love and that's winning basketball. So first of all, he sets an amazing screen in the backcourt. What does this do for the guard? The guard says, oh man, thanks. I'm going to get you the ball now since you helped me get open. Makes everybody feel good. So he sets a really good screen in the backcourt. Makes a really good pass because Gobert rotates over. You have his teammate. This is called the dunker spot right here. So this player, I think it's Millsap, he's behind the defense. They can't see him, and he makes that pass. But two, this screen right here is what makes Jokic available to make that assist, because here's why. All right, so he sets the screen. The ball screen's an advantage. Now what happens is Jokic's defender, again, has to slide over and stop the ball. So because Jokic set a good screen in the backcourt, his defender now has to slide over and guard the ball, which makes Jokic unguarded on the roll, and then he just makes the right play with the pass to Millsap. So a good screen will get you open. Very simple here. Even though it's not really a great screen right here, but what happens is Murray's and again, the point again, it's got to be a ball handler and the screener working in unison. So right here, this is more about Murray than it is Jokic. But Murray has a good drive. Gobert has to help. Well, he probably didn't even have to help, but he decided to. Gobert decides to help. Jokic spots up at the top of the key, and he knocks down this three. So this shot right here is, if most bigs, if you got to hurry on this shot, if you are out of your rhythm and you are completely sped up, you probably don't need to shoot it. But what's going to happen in high ball screens like this, where the screener just sets a screen and then spaces out or shapes up on the top of the key, what's usually going to happen is the further, or I should say the deeper in the paint the ball handler can get, the better, because now it's going to take Jokic's, who's Gobert, it's going to take Jokic's defender deeper. So in other words, like if Murray stops his dribble right here, you can see Gobert is going to be right on Jokic on the catch. But the deeper Murray drives, sorry, so many names. Gobert has to slide deeper in, which makes a longer closeout, and a longer closeout means more time to shoot. So that's a shot you got to be able to knock down. Same thing here. Murray drives, stretches out the dribble, and Jokic just spaces up. So here's a handoff. Now, one thing right here, handoff, so this is great contact right here. So Jokic, he flips the ball, and you can see right as he flips the ball, he's looking for the defender that he's supposed to screen. So he makes good contact right here. Now Murray creates an advantage, and again, you have the window. So as the big, as you're rolling in these situations, if you don't just spot up on the perimeter, as you're rolling, you've got to stay in this window between the screener's defender and the ball handler's defender right there. And this move right here, this little 2-foot jump stop floater or mid-range jump shot, that's a great move to add to your toolbox. That's what we call it back in the day. Y'all say bag now. Kind of old school. I don't like bag, but whatever. Call it what you want. All right, much of the same again. Nice rhythm three. Good action here. And from the ball handler's perspective, well, I'll say this. From Jokic's perspective, when you're playing with a really good guard, you've got to be patient when you set the screen. Most guards, average guards, just catch this ball and they just take off dribbling right away because they're not making a read. But really good guards, they're going to catch it, and you don't know which way they're going to go. So as the screener, if you're playing with a very good guard, wait till the guard makes their decisions. Like right here, Murray fakes that dribble that way, then goes back to his left. Now he's committed to what he's doing. Jokic set a good screen, so Gobert had to force or defend deep in the paint. Now he's got a wide open three right here in a rhythm three. Again, not sped up. Stays in rhythm. All right, so if you're a WWE fan, this is kind of funny. But if you're a WWE fan, this is what this reminds me of. Watch Gobert. It's like Triple H or The Rock or John Cena. Ooh. Oh, that's a total fake. Total flop. Okay, sorry. Getting off track. All right, so this is just one more move. Again, good screen. Screener's defender has to help. Now this is a good move to add. It's just a shot fake drive and then getting in there and finishing however you can, using ball fakes, whatever you can do. Much of the same here. Set a good screen, his defender has to help, then he spots up on the perimeter, makes a decision. All right, this is a really good opportunity to post up. So now this is a down screen. It's not a ball screen, but this down screen right here is a great opportunity to go down screen into post up. So normally most players, once you set this screen, what can happen is like Gobert right here, he might have to slide up and help. And then if Gobert were to slide up and help, that'd be an open dive to the rim. But it's a down screen to a post up. Most players, like you can see, he catches it right on the playoffs. But for players watching this, the deeper you can catch the basketball. So in other words, if you could catch, the deeper you can catch the basketball, the better. In other words, when you set the down screen right here, you want to try to post up the defender as close to the block or as close to the rim as possible. So even though he catches it out here, what he does is he faces up and he just hits the jump shot. Very nice rhythm. He's not sped up. He's playing at his own pace. Much of the same here. Now, this is another read that you've got to be able to do. So right here, it's a ball screen, and we're adding a new thing we haven't talked about here. But watch Conley right here. So it's a ball screen, screener's defender, ball handler's defender have to help. So the next defender over, what he does is he stunts. So a stunt right here, you can watch Conley, is just like you're faking, like you're gonna guard that offensive player, and then you recover back to your man. So it's really it's the third defender involved in the pick and roll. So 1 and 2 are these two defenders involved in the pick and roll. Conley's going to be the third one. So as the big right here, Jokic, he's got to be able to know that this player, it depends on your scouting report, but they might be leaving to actually cover him, or it might just be a fake. So what does he do? Uses a ball fake. Conley then recovers to his man, and now still he's got an open three. Takes his time and knocks it down. All right, now this one right here, this is a great move by Murray, but one thing I wanted to show, if you're ever in a situation like this, like you post up near the elbow or somewhere around the wing, and you have a baseline drive right here, and I'm talking more for middle school, especially high school and college, but maybe even some middle school players too. But like right here, I know Murray finishes, but just imagine Murray gets stuck right here, okay, and he goes on a jump stop. Jokic right here should relocate to the corner, because by staying right here, Gobert is in the passing lane. If Jokic can space out to the corner, once Murray, if Murray would have stopped right here and get on 2 feet, if Jokic could step out to the corner, first of all, the corner three is a higher percentage shot. It's going to be a direct pass, and also Gobert will probably not be in the passing lane. And two, another thing, we talk about team basketball. Look at this on the weak side. You got a down screen, like Millsap is calling for a down screen to get that shot to Michael Porter. All right, this right here, I wanted to show Jokic is so good because he takes what the defense gives him. So right here, and he doesn't play as somebody he's not. So he's not a driver. He's not a mid-range fadeaway, Kobe Bryant fadeaway, not a Kyrie Irving type of dribbler. He's very simple. So right here, goes for the shot fake, doesn't work. So then he tries to drive, but he realizes right away, Gobert takes away that drive. So what does he do? He doesn't make 87 more dribbles. He just says, okay, drives away. Now he makes eye contact with the next offensive player, dribbles right into a handoff, and this form right here is perfect. You have the ball handler or the receiver going shoulder to hip with Jokic right here, one dribble jump shot. And then again on the screen, wide base, he's got protection, and then makes good contact right there. So gets a bucket. All right, so this is going to be in the next video. We're going to be looking at low post play. This video right here, I mean, probably 10% of players watched it all the way through because they don't want to know about screening. But in reality, good screening is, and I'll go back to this right here, good screening is what wins games. It's what will get players minutes. It's what brings teams deeper into the playoffs, so on and so forth. Screening is super, super important. And if you remember and execute on these 3 points right here, then you will be better for it. So on the next video, I'll break down the rest of these clips. It's going to be low post play. And these are some of the points I'll talk about, but I've got more film on that we'll be watching soon. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you soon.